Good morning, Cavaliers. I'm Alejandra Perez.
And I'm Bela Sensi.
This week, we're kicking off strong with Cavalier spirit and stories to get your weekend started on the right foot.
First up, we're taking you inside a local family-founded karate studio that has deep Gables roots. It's been kicking it in the community for years.
Then we're heading to Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming, a local spot where pups are pampered and treated like family. And of course, soap is about whether you'll want to hear heading into homecoming weekend.
And there's a homecoming week recap that you won't want to miss.
So Bela, what do you say we roll the intro?
Let's get this Friday started.
You're watching Good Morning Gables.
Kicking things off, we're taking you inside a local karate studio with deep Gables roots. What started off as a small business in a basement turned into a place where community, focus, and discipline come together. And the best part is, it's owned by a Gables grad. Here's Sophia Soul with the story.
On Key Biscayne, there's a dojo where discipline meets community, where every kick and bow is a part of something bigger. The school began decades ago with one man's dream to turn passion into purpose.
I had a good friend of mine that said to me, says, listen, if money wasn't involved and if you weren't involved in this type of business, what would you do? And my passion was always martial arts. And I said, I'd love to do that. It was in my heart, it was in my passion, so I seeked it out and I found it and I started to do it.
But what makes this dojo truly different isn't just the training, it's the people who lead it.
Family business is the best. I get to work and play with my family every single day. We share our successes and our difficulties together on a regular basis, but being here together in the dojo every day, it's a wonderful experience.
And today, that family bond extends across generations, each making their impact on the dojo.
The interesting thing about the school is it's not only us, but there's actually 3 generations here. My father's the head instructor, he's the owner of the school. My sister's the program director, I'm the head instructor. But I also have my son here, and we also have my niece here, and very soon my nephew.
For students, that legacy means the lessons they learn here stay with them long after class is over.
And then they somehow find their way back through our doors. And they say, you have no idea what an impact you made on my life.
And for Robert, seeing his children and their children carry on what began in a basement is the most rewarding part of it all.
That's the greatest feeling in the world. It'd be nice to see the dojo at 50 years or 60 years, even though I'm not here, that they carry the tradition on.
And as the dojo continues to grow, one thing is clear. Its strongest foundation will always be family. For Gables Live, I'm Sophia Soul, reporting.
From powerful kicks to wagging tails, we're switching things up. This time we're stepping into a place where pups get pampered and spoiled in style. Here's Blake Axelrod with the story.
At first glance, Wolfgang looks like Miami's newest dessert cafe, but step inside and you'll find a place built just for dogs.
Well, one thing I really like about Wolfgang is our main mantra, I would say, is like the grooming with love. So when I started seeing the Wolfgangs, I was like, wow, this place is beautiful. It's pink, it's so happy and cheerful, and I loved all the beautiful treats. So I was like, yeah, I'm hooked. This is what we need to do for our dogs, like elevate the standard.
The inspiration behind Wolfgang shines through the moment you walk in.
Here we focus on the well-being of the dog, so we take our time. We're not just trying to do like volume and get them out. We want to make sure that the dog feels secure, safe, and is happy to come, because sometimes they come with trauma from like other experiences.
That vision carries through every part of the grooming experience.
These have all good ingredients, and no matter, let's say, if your dog has like some kind of food aversion, you could find a treat that's suitable for your dog.
And it doesn't stop at grooming. Even the treats here are crafted with care.
That's a very unique part of Wolfgang as a grooming salon. We offer the birthday cakes and kind of the designer treats and toys and things like that. So it kind of sets us apart.
From grooming with love to thoughtful treats and one-of-a-kind celebrations, Wolfgang is redefining what it means to pamper your pup, with the unexpected around every corner. For Gables Live, I'm Blake Axelrod reporting.
Thanks, Blake. That was such a fun look inside Wolfgang and all the work they do for our furry friends. Now, let's change the topic from pups to precipitation. Cavaliers, here's your forecast for this homecoming weekend. Today, Friday, October 10th, we're seeing a high of 84 and a low near 76, with about a 70% chance of rain. If you're planning on heading out, make sure to bring your umbrella in case those afternoon showers roll in. Saturday's homecoming day, keeping things warm and humid, with a high of 85 and about a 50% chance of rain. You may want a backup plan just in case, but we all know a little rain won't stop Gables' spirit. Sunday wraps up the weekend with a high of 86 and a low near 77, with about a 60% chance of scattered showers. Even with the rain, fall is slowly making its way in, bringing slightly cooler breezes and a sense of crispiness in the mornings and evenings, so stay dry and enjoy the weekend. Now, speaking of Gable spirit, here's Ale with a look back on all the fun from this year's homecoming week.
That's right, Sophie. This week was packed with school spirit from start to finish. Cavaliers showed up every day, from Dog versus Nerd Monday, Country versus Country Club Tuesday, Twin Day Wednesday, Wig Day Thursday, and today's Color Wars finale. The halls are bursting with energy, creativity, and plenty of laughter all week long, and we can't wait to keep the celebration going at homecoming tomorrow at Shalala Center from 8 to 11 p.m. And while the halls are buzzing with spirit, our teams are making moves on the field too. Here's Blake and Alec with a look at your week in Cavalier sports.
Thanks, Bela. Gables athletes have been giving it their all across the board this week, and there's been no shortage of action.
We kicked things off Monday at Bird Bowl at the Youth Fair Bowling Invitational. Cavalier bowlers were out to strike early and set the tone for the week. The boys placed 5th overall, advancing to the GMAX, while the girls had a strong finish in 6th.
On Tuesday, our swim team hit the pool at Ransom Everglades to take on Coral Reef. It was a solid test before GMAX.
Wednesday was stacked, with bowling back at Bird Bowl against South Aid, JV football hosting Miami High, and girls volleyball going head-to-head with LaSalle. JV football took the win, 28-12, while the Lady Cavs pulled off an impressive 3-1 victory on the court.
Thursday kept the momentum going. Girls volleyball traveled to Miami Beach for an away match.
And varsity football faced off against Columbus in one of the most anticipated games this season. The Cavaliers fought hard, but fell to the Explorers, 45-7.
Today, we've got 2 big ones to close out the week. Our swim team is headed to Miami-Dade College to compete at the GMAC Championships, and cross country is racing at Youth Fair Invitational out at Larry and Penny. Wishing both teams the best.
Looking ahead, next week brings district play for girls volleyball, big races on the course, and more postseason action across the board.
We'll be back next Friday to break it all down. Same time, same place.
For now, back to you girls.
What an amazing way to start our weekend. From school spirit to Cavalier victories, it's been an incredible week here at Gables. That's right, there's always something happening on campus, and we're here to bring you the best of it every Friday. And trust us, next week will be just as amazing. On Monday during 8th period, we're hosting our annual college fair, where you'll get the chance to meet with representatives from 80 colleges and universities. It's an opportunity you definitely won't want to miss. Then on Tuesday, we're turning up the energy with our annual Pink Pep Rally during 7th period. Get ready for incredible performances from the Gablettes and our cheer team, plus games and activities to keep the spirit going. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Friday with more stories around Gables campus. But until then, you've been watching Good Morning Gables, where your Friday starts with us.